One of Africa's most renowned poets, Professor Niyi Osundare, has unveiled a new collection of poems which exposes environmental crisis around the world with focus on Nigeria. Inioluwa was at the public book presentation in Lagos.
Looking through the glass doors, I could see the rapt attention being given to this literary icon as he reads his new book. This is Professor Niyi Osundare, a renowned African poet. The book, titled Green, Size of Our Ailing Planet, contains over 60 poems with words that deeply reflect on the endangered beauty of nature in Nigeria. Rising in the furnace of Professor Niyi Osundare, while reviewing his book of over 100 pages, takes its audience through some of the ills in the society between government and its people, while also appreciating the beauty of the environment.
Nigeria. Look, this helped me during the military era when I was writing those newspaper poems. It was either I became silent and died, or I devised another means of articulating my ideas and managed to live. And I chose the latter. Poetry helped me. The hyena, the jackal, the cheetah, one group. The antelope, the impala, the lamb, or the other.
As the audience gets soaked in the over 2 hours reading by Niyi Osundare, drums were beaten with spoken words and dance to appreciate the professor of poetry.
Still a mile away.
When you read him, you feel there is the tendency to want to be part of the change that society needs. But also, very importantly, is the fact that he's a writer who is very sensitive to the cultural development. The language, the language of the people.
Just merely listening to lyrical words of the different poems, I could see why many had questions for this author. Other veteran poets, journalists, and actors were present to appreciate the project geared towards reviving the reading culture in the society.
As highly educated as we ought to be, we do not know that you can self-educate yourself. You can travel the world by reading. You can tap on all wisdoms all over the world. There's such a thing called collective consciousness. So that what they're thinking over in Korea or whatever it is, somebody is thinking, you could be thinking about it here. It's not just Oyinbos who will be inventing things. If we don't read, we do not connect to the universal intelligence that pervades us.
Books are actually a summation, an aggregation of the intellectual prowess of a people. If you want to know the mental strength of a people, whether as a nation, a subculture, whether as a group, check out the intellectual property that they produce.
While many queued to get the author's autograph on their copies of the collection of poems, it leaves the impression that books like this will encourage other young poets to write eloquently and ensure the future generation imbibes the act of reading. Inioluwa, TVC News, Lagos.